So something a little bit different today. I'm going to do 2 coaster molds, and all I'm going to use are alcohol inks, and you're also going to get very much a galaxy kind of look that you can also manipulate a little bit. So I've got 60 grams of my 1-to-1 premixed resin, and I'm going to divide that up between the 2 molds. I'm not going right to the top. I'm going to probably go about 3/4 of the way up the mold. So welcome everybody. My name is Janice from Let's Resin and Craft. And we're just going to use alcohol inks today. Now the other galaxies that I did, we used mica powders, and we flicked mica powder into the mold with no resin in the mold. And then we sprayed it with just some isopropyl alcohol, and it kind of blended in and gave an awesome result. So this is different. So this time we've put the resin into the molds now. I've taken out the bubbles, and all I'm doing is I'm taking my alcohol inks and I'm just randomly putting them in here. Now this isn't the Petri dish effect, because all we're doing is using the alcohol inks. And I am using some white alcohol ink, but remember that your white alcohol ink, it's not going to give you that sinking effect that you want with a Petri. So just remember that the white alcohol ink that I'm using here, that I got in my set, isn't the same as a sinking white, which pulls your colors down and gives you a much different effect. But this is still fun. It's quick and it's easy. It's a really nice little, if you want something bright and vibrant, it's perfect to do. So I've just added random colors in here, and I've also added some of the white, just because it dilutes some of the colors, so you get, the darker pink, the lighter pink. And the other one, I just chose a few different colors, and I kind of did the same effect, except I wanted to see if I did like a swirl, what it would look like at the end. I was scared it might muddy it a little bit, but I actually liked the finished result. So my intention with doing this technique, and then the last technique that I did, where I just used the mica powders to get kind of that galaxy supernova look, is just to show you some different techniques that you can use to get that look. And then we will go, I also want to do a video on using the Sinker white, and it will show you how it comes out very differently. But these in itself are very easy. Especially if you're a new resin, if you're a beginner with resin, I just think it gives you the opportunity to just explore with your colors, just see how the colors mix and see what your end result is and the mistakes you make. You learn by all your mistakes. But you kind of guarantee that you're going to get something pretty nice out of this. You can see how the colors kind of move around quite a lot. So I just left it for a short while and just let the colors move around and do their own thing. And then I just took my little silicone pen, and I kind of just did a swirl in this one just to see what would happen. And then I covered them and I left them overnight to cure. So this is the next day, and I mixed 40 grams of my 1-to-1 resin, and I did a top coat on both of them, and then just used my heat gun to also remove the bubbles. And then once again, I just covered and I left them overnight to cure. I had some leftover resin, so I actually did a third one. And I didn't put a backing on the third one. Just to show you that, you know, the black, I don't know, I just think it made the colors a little bit more vibrant. So this is them all nicely cured now. You can see the colors are lovely. That one was the one that I did the swirl in. I kind of wished I'd put a bit of sparkle in. I think it would have looked really nice. They really look like also like a supernova explosion. But I was happy with the colors. I think they are nice and vibrant, and I'll use these ones as well with the other ones that I did with the mica powders for the big mobile kind of wind chime thing that I'm going to make when I've got enough. So I just turned them over. I took a little bit of resin, mixed some black mica powder in, and I did a back coating of the resin, and once again just left them overnight to cure. And you'll see the colors. I took photos outside, you know, in the natural light rather than under the studio lights, and the colors are so gorgeous. They are so vibrant, very pretty. So yeah, I think a little bit of sparkle would have been quite nice in there. And then I just I did gold around the edge. And then this was the third one that I did. Now I haven't put a backing on this one. There's a little bit of sparkle in there, which kind of just adds a little bit of extra. But I just wanted to show you. I haven't done the back yet. I'm going to, so that I've got them, they all look the same for when I put them together for the mobile. But it's fun, it's easy, it's very quick. And it's just fun playing around with all the different colors. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.